Today we check out this amazing Stanford Fleetwood CR in Onyx finish. This guitar was sent out by the lovely team at Stanford. They didn't pay for this review, so the opinion and thoughts are totally mine. So let me show you the unboxing and then directly we will dive into the specs. Just to take this out of the way, this guitar has a retail price of around €1,000, okay? Depending on the dealer, it's around €1,000. Have this in mind while we check the specs because you're about to be really impressed. So let's start with the specs. We have an Okume body. In this case, this is a 3-piece Okume body. Okay, this might be a bit controversial because we know that Les Paul and single cut guitars usually are made out of mahogany, but this is made of Okume. Still, it's very resonant and I think it's lighter weight than mahogany. Then we have a maple top. The guitar, as you can see, is like a black top, so the top is black but the rest of the guitar is natural. This is such a classy finish in my opinion. Anyway, the top is maple, okay, and we have a pretty thick binding. I'm not sure if the thickness of the binding is the same as the top, but anyway, you can see it here. Then we have an ABR1 style kind of bridge. Okay, so you have here the thingies. Then we have very cool pickups. There were not much information about them online, but I asked the team and they told me that they are PAF inspired pickups, but with a little more of output. Super cool sounding pickups you're about to see and hear. And then we have a volume and a tone per pickup and a 3-way switch. Okay. We have a 24 3/4 scale length and 22 frets in a rosewood board on a maple neck. All right. On top here we have a bone nut and Cluson vintage tuners. This guitar also, it's finished in nitrocellulose. Really cool for the price point, really killer detail, and it's made in China. Now let me do something that in my opinion makes the guitar looks way cooler. There you go. Now we are talking. Cool. Now I'm going to leave you with a full mix where you can hear the guitar, okay? And then we will make a test in clean, trying all the positions, in crunch, and in a more distorted kind of sound. After that, I will give you my opinion about this guitar, the price tag and the specs. I hope you enjoyed the song and the tones I was able to get out of this guitar. Now, for my opinion, I think if you are in the market for a classic looking guitar, there is not much competition for this. We know that nowadays the guitars are not cheaper like in the old times anymore, and I was having a look at guitars with similar specs, and I found out Epiphone in the Inspired by Gibson collection for 1,500 euros. This means 500 dearer than this one. And here we're talking about a pretty well finished guitar with a nitro finish, which for me is like the biggest selling point of this. And also the look, it's historically correct, it's awesome. Not everything is positive, because I would improve two things, especially in this guitar. When I received it, I'm not sure if the fretboard is stained to make it look darker, but when I was playing, you could see my fingers were black. I will leave you a picture somewhere. It's true that after 2 days there's nothing coming out of the fretboard anymore, but yeah, this is something to mention. I don't know where the issue is, but something to mention. And the other thing I would have loved to see in this guitar, I know this might be like an unconventional request because this is a classic style guitar, but I would love to have seen some locking tuners, because this guitar is awesome, it's versatile, it sounds good, but with this, that could be like the cherry on the cake, you know, to make it the ultimate player's guitar. This has been all from my side. Go and check Stanford website. I will leave you down in the description box. They have awesome looking jazz guitars. Also, they have a 335 model, which is like beautiful. And they have one of those jazz box with just a single pickup in the neck that looks also super pretty. Anyway, go check them and learn more about them and the models, and perhaps this is your next single cut guitar. Give me a like and a sub to keep going with this channel, and we'll see you around. Ciao!